Hi, this is Melissa with A Creative Journey with Melissa, and today I've got a really cool gift to make. You can give it to your friends, your coworkers. It's great for teachers, helpers, anyone that you just want to show a little love to, but you either may be short on finances or really feel like being crafty, and I know that anybody that receives this will appreciate it. It's a really cute idea and it can be used for a number of things, and I'll get into that in a minute. But first I wanted to let you know that we're doing a blog hop, and it is going on all week. The blog hop is, in addition to today's video, it is the Winter Coffee Lovers blog hop, so you will be sure to have to check it out. You can win lots of prizes. You can participate by creating something that has a coffee theme along with winter. There is amazing things to see, unbelievable creators and unbelievable sponsors. We are honored to be one of them, and there are so many that you are just going to be overwhelmed with joy and inspiration. So make sure you check it out. I will put all of the information and the specifics on this specific creation and all the measurements and everything on my blog. If you're checking this out on YouTube, you can check out the blog link in the YouTube information where it gives a description of this video. So I hope that helps you out. But I'm really excited. This is really a really cute project, but I want to show you first what you're going to need. You're going to need a stapler. You can use the mini stapler by Tim Holtz, which is what I'm using, or you can use a regular one, totally up to you. We have an 1/8 inch punch. So it's not the regular hole punch, it's a little bit smaller than that. We have our ATG, it's Advanced Tape Glider. It's the ATG tape that is basically like, if you've heard before, the red tape. It's a very strong adhesive, so I'm using this and it works fantastically. If you want to use the red tape, you're welcome to do that as well. We have our corner rounder, we have our paper, we have our paper that we're going to stamp sentiment on, and we also have our topper for our project. We have our black Memento ink, it's tuxedo black. We have scissors, we have our ribbon right here, and we have, of course, our stamp block so we can use it on our stamps. The stamps that we're actually using today are Your Snow Wonderful. Ha ha ha, did you like that? Anyway, Your Snow Wonderful is the stamp set that we are giving away as well this week, just for this blog hop, or I'm sorry, just for this video. For the blog hop, I'm actually giving other things away. So make sure you check them out, check out both, because the more you enter or the more you comment on, the more ability that you could win, and we would love to see you guys to win. At any rate, so with this stamp set, Your Snow Wonderful, you have a Mrs. Snowman, a Mr. Snowman, or a Mrs. Frosty and a Mr. Frosty, whatever you want to call them. We have some Christmas trees, we have some little snowflakes, hearts. We have, you can use these as snowballs or create a mini snowman. You have this little character, it could be a cat or a dog. You have a bird here, a little bird there. You have also a smaller snow person here, and here we have faces, and here are the sticks for the arms, and this is different sizes depending on what you're doing it for. Here's a carrot nose, and here are the eyes and the button or the charcoal buttons, whichever. You can use either or. And you also have a heart. I'm sorry, I said that. You have this already pre-done. You can use this for legs for the creatures as well. We also have sentiments, which are fantastic for the winter holidays, and we also have this right here, which is to and from, and that's great for tags, and also for you is great for tags too. So we're going to be using the to and the from, and we'll be creating a really cute project. What it is a hot chocolate holder. And saying that, don't say it too many times because you might get tongue-tied. Trust me, I know. But anyway, I'm going to show you what the project looks like. It's super duper cute. I think you will enjoy it. At least I hope so. That is the plan. And you can really make quite a bit of them, and you can do a lot with them. Not only can you use them for hot chocolate, but you can also use them for coffee or anything else. That you can even use little candies, things like that. You're thinking, okay, where's the hot chocolate, right? Well, see, that's the surprise. That's the exciting part. I think this is really cute, and I think it, stays together. It will handle well when you're maybe making 20 for every kid in the class, like I used to do for both classes, because I just love to create, so it just gave me an extra excuse to create more, so it's just fun. I loved it. And this is really well put together, like I said, but this is the cool part. Are you ready for the surprise? You just pull this, which is like the little topper, and look at that. You've got hot chocolate inside, and it fits perfectly. You can slide it in and out. It's awesome. So that's what that looks like. Okay. That's this is what it'll look like when it's finished, and this is the little packet that we're using, or that we've created. Okay. It's pretty simple. You just need to follow the directions, and you can make mass amounts of these and create a whole bunch of them all at the same time, and even make a few extras, say with happy birthday paper or something, and you can put a gift card in here if you wanted to. There's a number of different things you can do with this, okay? And if you do decide to take a little different take on it, I would love to see what you create. I'd love it if you share with us, okay? So now we are going to start with our project. We have this paper, which is the base paper, and we also have our scoring board, and we also have our purple paper. These two papers we're going to have to score, so I'm going to do these first. Okay, makes it a little easier to do it all at the same time. I know sometimes I think of stuff like that, sometimes I don't. So we're going to take our little scoring tool, and we're going to score it at 3 1/4, which is right here. And I'm just going to go over it one more time just to make sure. I don't want to push through so it rips it, but I want to make sure it's scored really well. Okay? Then we're going to go to 7 3/4, which is right here. And again, one more time just to make sure it's done right and thoroughly. And we're all set with that. So we're going to set this piece of paper aside. This is the paper that we just scored, and I'll show you what it looks like with the scoring here. You can see the little mark here and the little mark there. That's what it looks like when it's scored. Okay? Then we have our purple piece of paper. Now our purple piece of paper is actually 3.5 inches. So what we're going to do is we're going to score it at 1 3/4. So we're just going to score it right here. And then we're going to do it one more time just to make sure it got done. And then we're going to put that aside, and we will not use the scoring board anymore. At least not that I remember, but I tend to forget sometimes, so that's what. And excuse my squeaky chair. It likes to squeak, but it's comfortable, so I guess that's really all that matters. Anyhow, so we're going to start with this part here. We're just going to fold it in half, and we'll set it aside. And you just want to make sure that it does measure up. I did score it, and it is measured up, but just to be sure, sometimes it might be a little lopsided. So I'm just using my finger to press along the scored lines, or the scored line. And as you can see, it's folded, we're all set. So I'm going to set that aside. We don't need that right now. So right here, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold on the 2 score lines here. I'm just going to fold in this way. Make sure that lines up right here. And then I'm going to fold this way and make sure this lines up right here. Okay. So just like that, we are all set. Okay, so that's all scored. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take out our ATG, our glue tape, okay? And we're going to just put adhesive all along here to about here, okay? Because I'm going to be doing this part next, and that'll cover that part, okay? We're just going to do it to the middle. And make sure you try to get at the bottom edge as much as you can, because you want to make sure that it stays. It uses quite a bit of adhesive, but you want to make sure it stays together and doesn't pop out the end, okay? So there's little pieces of the adhesive here. I'm just going to fold those over so those are inside. Don't want any of the adhesive to come out. And then all we're going to do is just close that, like so. Okay. Now we're going to take this here, and we're going to put adhesive along here and along this side, because this right here is going to fold right there. All right, so we're going to put adhesive here and here, so when this closes, it'll create that pocket envelope. All right? And like I said, make sure you try to put it on the bottom so it's covered. And then we're going to go all the way up. And try to do it on the edges too, to make sure that it is adhered. Don't go too far over, or else you will seal your envelope shut. I know, I have done it myself. I'm telling you from experience. So make sure you don't put the adhesive too far over, or else you'll close it and it'll stick right here, okay? So we're just going to close this up. make sure it's lined up, and we're good. Now, as an extra bonus, what I do is I use a crimper, paper crimper. That's what this is here. And it just basically gives you like a corrugated look, like corrugated cardboard. So we're just going to take this and stick it in here just till it barely even has any resistance. Okay. We're going to squeeze it. Oops. We're going to squeeze it and then start to roll it. And we're just going to roll it 4 times. And we're just going to go back and forth. Okay? So now you've got just a little bit of it crimped, and that'll also help seal the bottom so nothing comes out of it, and it gives a little decoration to it. I really like the way that looks. Okay? Okay, so that is done. We have our little envelope. We're all set to go. So we'll set this aside. Now we need to work on the other part. So we have this right here, and let me get out my paper that I need to stamp. And this is what it will look like. That's what I'm talking about right there. And we have this right here. Okay, so we also need our corner rounder. So we're trying to create the corner rounded, okay, take 3. The rounded corners right here. Okay, so we're just gonna open up our paper and round each corner individually. Not all corner rounders can do double paper, especially thick paper like this is. So I would suggest you do them separately. And sometimes they're not exactly even. You might have to go over it one more time because that had a little piece on it that was extra. Now for this, we only need the bottom one done. So we're just going to do the bottom 2 corners. All right? I'm just going to do this. And then this. And that's done. So now we're going to get out our ink and we're going to get out our stamps. Now here is my set of stamps here. Okay, and I'm just going to peel off the from and the to, because those are the 2 that I'm going to be using. I'll set them aside. And then of course I need my stamp block. So I have my stamp block here. I'm going to take the 2 and place it on my stamp block. Put the 4 right there. And I'll open up my ink. And I'll just ink this 2. And then I will put 2 right, a little bit more ink I think. Okay. Put that 2 right here, little tap. And that one's done. You know, that got a little smushed. I'm going to do the other side. Hold on a second. Let me ink that a little bit better. I think I was doing it too light. There we go. So it got a little smushed, so I'm going to do it again. Oh, much better. Okay, so we've got that one. And I'm going to use my paper towel to wipe off the ink real quick. And then put that back on my sheet. And now I'm going to use the from. So we're going to take the from and we're going to ink that. I usually tap it a few times to get some good ink coverage. And then just do the from right in the middle, like so. And we're good. So we've got that. I'm going to put my stamp back on the sheet and close up my ink. We don't want it to dry out. So now what we need to do is we need to take this, we're going to close it up, and we're going to get out our little stapler. Okay? So we'll take out our little stapler and we'll staple to the edge, not right on the edge, but close enough to the edge. So right about, I'd say maybe a 1/4 inch in, like so. Staple it, and then over here, and staple it. So that is what it's going to look like when you're done stapling it, all right? So once you've done that, you can take out your ATG gun again. Actually, you know what? We're going to do the hole first. Let's do that first. I'm going to take out my hole punch, and we're going to make a hole that's barely a 1/4 inch down and right in the middle, okay? It's just barely down there, just enough for the ribbon. So we're going to just put this right, try to make it in the middle. I think this looks good. About right here, I think. So I'm trying to make sure it looks in the middle. Yeah, that looks good. It may not be perfect, but it's perfect for today. How's that? So we have a hole right there. I'm going to put this on after I'm done with the ribbon, that way it doesn't get scuffed. So I'm going to put this aside. Okay. Now I'm going to take out my ribbon, and what we're going to do is we're going to feed this ribbon straight through. And I'll show you how we do it. We're just going to simply take it like this and feed it straight through and pull it to the other side. Now that's the easy part, right? You're thinking, how does that work? How does that make the pulley? Well, then you open it up and you pull it through, and that is where you get the pulley. Now, it's very important, very, 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 very important that you use the cocoa to make sure that you see if it matches or it fits, because you don't want it to be too loose or the cocoa will come flying. And you don't want it to be so tight that they can't get it out. You want it to be just right, just like cocoa. So, we're going to see about how big we want it. I'd say just a little bit bigger here. Just pull it a little bit more. See if we can get it in there without it being too much of a fuss. Yeah, you can squeeze that so it's not rigid. Yeah, I think that'll be perfect. That'll work great. Okay, so we've got that. So that's the good measurement for that. Now all we need to do is just set this aside, and we will tie a bow. So first we will tie a knot, and what we're going to do is tie a knot actually at the top. And where you're tying it is, I prefer to use the side that has the flat part of the staple versus the back part. So I'm just going to do it right there. Okay. So we're just going to tie a little. Well, not a knot. We're just going to tie it once, like this. Okay. And make sure not to pull it so that you take some of the space away. You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure you hold this here. Your fingers are going to do double duty. You're just going to hold this there and pull there, and make sure that this doesn't go anywhere else. You'll lose some of that give. You can always loosen it and make it bigger if you do make that mistake. I've done that too. Okay, so now you're just going to take your little rabbit ears. I personally get better bows when I do this than I have the other way, so that's why I tend to use this more often. Just a little bit more neat and more bow-like that I care for. So we've got that. One's a little bit lopsided. We're going to pull it back. Looks really good. I like it. And then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to trim our excess bow. So we've got that side and we've got that side. So we'll just take the excess ribbon and set that aside. And so then we have this part. That's done. Now all we're going to do is, now we're going to take our ATG or ATG gun, whichever you prefer to call it. And we're going to, now remember, I utilized my paper twice. This is the right side, this is the wrong side. So that's why I'm putting adhesive on here, okay? And I'm doing all edges just because it definitely has a little bit of give to it. And because it's popped up a little bit, which it will because of the packet, I want to make sure that it stays really well, okay? So then we're just going to slide this right over here and try to center it so it looks good. Let's see what we got here. Whoops. Okay. All right. Now in this case, the staples were not covered. You can do it a 1/4 inch or not. You can do it further in, out. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to try to lift this up just a little bit and switch it around. Here, let's see. There we go. And move it over just a little. Okay, I like that. But it does still have the staples showing. The measurements I will give you will have the correct measurements. You'll just want to do the staples in a little bit further. It doesn't matter to me. I have 2 different sets that I made, one with the staple showing and one without. That's totally personal preference. I like the 1/4 inch around the edges. If you want to do a 1/4 inch around the edges, make sure you do more than a 1/4 inch in here. Okay? So now, I'm going to put this aside. This is the original one. We're going to put the cocoa in here. And actually, I suggest you start with the top of it. It's easier that way. And you push it right in, like that. Then you fold this up and down. And then you're ready for your pulley. You have it done. How you like that? So now, all you have to do is, this is the pocket we made. You're just going to simply take this and you're going to slide it right in here. And then you're going to slide in your paper pocket, and that is your finished creation. I hope you enjoyed coming on a creative journey with Melissa today. I really enjoyed showing this to you. You can use this for tea, you can use this for coffee, you can use it for treats, you can use it for gift cards, you can use it for just about anything. And it's a really cool way to, you can even put a little tag here that says pull and have them pull it up. It's really a cute way to utilize maybe some paper that's kind of out of your taste that you have, but is really, really cute, or may not fit what your style is now. Super cute, but you want to make something handmade for someone, it's a great way to do that. I really, really am glad that you came to visit, and please make sure that you check out our blog for our blog post. I will make sure that I put all the blog links in for the blog hop as well on this post. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Please be sure to check out our website at www.acreativejourneywithmelissa.com and www.acjwm.com. And we hope you have a fantastic day. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and our blog so that you can qualify to win this awesome, awesome stamp set. Thank you so much. Hope you have a fantastic day. Bye now.